Hey, what's up guys? Joe here coming at you from Town Hall 10. So we're going to take a step back from the competitive war game, not doing CWL here. We're going to kind of try to address you guys with low-level heroes at Town Hall 10. So we're going to do two different things. We're going to compare between level 20 heroes and level 30 heroes, and then also taking a look at two different types of bases and why the compositions that were used were picked. So I'm going to start out with attack on a very common, it's actually a 2-year-old, two-year-old trophy base that has been seen multiple times. Most of you guys that are competitive warmongers, you're going to see this base and you're going to be like, anyways, no, this is actually the wrong one that I'm looking at. So this one is actually the second attack that I wanted to show. I really wanted to show the first one, but either way, Achilles was unable to match it up, unfortunately, and I'll show you why. So obviously bringing two balloons in from the north to draw the clan castle. We've all seen this base multiple times. Obviously a lower level Town Hall 10 base, but for some of you this might actually be challenging. And then also take note of my level 20 king and my level 29 queen. I do intend to queen walk, and there's a reason why. So I got 3 hounds in this composition and a queen walk with the intent, the original intent was to take out this air defense down here and get rid of this enemy archer queen. Unfortunately, my queen walked, and I'm going to show what I do to combat that. So I start out with dropping the barbarian king down here, and he's going to basically tank for my archer queen. Now the healers do go onto the king because he is taking the brunt end of the forces, or the shots fired from the point defenses down here. Abilities popped in order to get him back up to health a little bit and crack through these walls, assisting the wall breakers. Now, the Archer Queen here is focused on the dragon, the enemy dragon, and the Barbarian King is obviously gone down at this point. So my lower level king kind of helped me out in this manner here, in the sense that he was able to tank just enough and draw the fire for my Archer Queen. That way she was able to work into the base. Obviously, I drew that clan castle dragon at the beginning of the attack, and obviously got rid of that. Now, as I get deeper into the base, I use a rage spell because of that Barbarian King and that Expo and the Archer Tower, putting a lot of heat on my queen. Now, check out the pathing of her. She's going to go after that drill, then she's going to the altar, and then she hits that air defense. Now, that air defense is ultimately what I needed, but I really wanted her to walk up towards the Archer Queen, but in this case, she does not. So I have to adjust fire here. I want to save my queen, so I bring my air portion of the attack in to basically get ahead of her and let her do the cleanup behind the air troops. The air troops are going to take care of the defenses. And so here's what I do here. So I drop my first hound to target that air defense. Even though the Archer Queen is going to go in and take care of it, the first hound is going to go down, and then I'm going to drop 2 groups of balloons, actually 3 in a moment, and a haste spell on this location where you got 3 defenses, actually 4 defenses, as well as an Inferno Tower. So the idea here is to get rid of this Inferno Tower as quickly as possible. Obviously, he's going to pop my hound. The Archer Queen's working on the air defense, and I want to preserve my Archer Queen. So at this point here, that air defense is fallen. Now that I have the second hound going up into the next air defense, I'm going to bring in my third lava hound up here, and it's going to basically meet off or part off with my second hound as the balloons meet up on the Inferno Tower. Now I bring in balloons for each of these defenses here in order to link up and take care of, or actually we're trying to do 2 things here. We're using our hounds to protect the balloons, and we're using our balloons to get in and protect our hounds for the next portion of the attack. Obviously here we're going to drop a haste spell to get our balloons launched in up into that next air defense, and then at this point right here, this base is actually set up perfectly. So as you pay attention here, we have an Archer Queen, Inferno Tower, as well as an air defense that's sitting all side by side within range for a freeze spell. Now obviously I only have a level 3 freeze spell, so it's a baby freeze spell, not a whole, some of you might be able to relate to this. So I'm going to drop that freeze spell to protect my hound a little longer and allow my balloons to catch up with the haste spell. They're going to get in there, drop their payload, take out the Inferno Tower as well as the air defense, and now I have an Archer Queen. Now this is that perfect time that I wish I had a skeleton spell, and if I had a plan for actually going in on this side, I would have brought a skeleton spell for this case. However, that was not necessarily the case here. My Archer Queen actually did die because there was balloons in the clan castle that did spawn out and I wasn't paying attention, so that's actually my fault. But either way, very clean 3-star attack due to proper timing and patience with the troops that were dealt or put onto the map. So we're going to go ahead and speed this one up and get it over with. And we're going to take a look at Achilles' hit on this same base. He does have a little bit of a flaw with his archer or his Barbarian King. His Barbarian King is a higher level hero. He's a level 30 hero opposed to my level 20. So we're going to take a look at Achilles' second hit. Replay 2, only 69%, and it's because at the beginning of the attack, his Barbarian King kind of, did what it wanted to do and didn't target the same exact way mine did. So anyways, balloons in, draw the clan castle just like before, and he does the same exact thing, basically kind of mirrors. Now here's the problem. The level 30 king is stronger than the level 20 king, obviously. So he's being healed up, and the second wall wasn't opened up here in order for the Barbarian King. So there's a mistiming on the wall breakers there. Barbarian King actually kicks outside, but he's still drawing the healers, and the healers are not on the Archer Queen here. So that's a little bit of bad timing here in two different places with the wall breaker drop and the drop of the heroes. It's just nature of the beast. So obviously we're losing healers here. And the Archer Queen's taking a lot of damage. She's not getting into the base. She's not taking care of what she needed to get. She needed to get that air defense. She needed to get that expo. And really just the difference in timing and troop placement, no matter the hero levels here, is what made the difference in this attack. Now, obviously, instead of Achilles adjusting fire and going from the opposite side of the base, he tried to mimic exactly what I did first. And it was unsuccessful because there's multiple defenses here that are still here that were not available in the previous raid that were taken out by the enemy or by our friendly Archer Queen walk. And so obviously everything is not looking the same exact way. Now these are, I like this type of video format because it shows the difference that even though you have higher level heroes, doesn't necessarily mean that that's exactly the root cause of every single problem. Timing, also troop drop placement, and just being confident in your attack is where the difference lies. So we're not going to show any more of this attack because it was really kind of once the heroes were down and it didn't go the same way that he planned it to go, basing it off of what he watched my attack do. Yeah, it just kind of went down south really fast and unable to bounce back. So the base that I originally wanted to start out with is a very 2-year-old trophy base. So we're going to take a look at, should be replay 2 here. So this base right here. Now this base right here, I picked basically a Gobo La Lune or a Gobo Low, whatever you guys call it. And here's the reason why. So this base right here is old school trophy base, about 2 years old. Seen it a couple of years ago, even tried it out for a little while, but now it's really old and now we can just tear it apart. So if you look at my composition, I have 2 golems and then 2 hounds, 1 hound in my queue and 1 in my clan castle, 5 bowlers of my own, and a baby dragon. So as we direct our attention over to this side of the base, the defender actually gives us 2 air defenses right off the bat. He gives us the Archer Queen, as well as giving us the clan castle and a sweeper, and really just kind of setting it up for a heavy kill squad to go in and take care of a lot of this stuff. Now as we direct our attention up to the top of the base, the baby dragon is for the top of the base, mainly because there's nothing that targets baby dragons. You got archer tower here, and air defenses sitting back way deep in the base. So all this stuff up here in the top of the base is perfect for the baby dragon. So we're going to go ahead and use 2 minions to work on these structures up here, and then a baby dragon in order to take care of these structures up in the north. Now you got to let them work. We don't want our bowlers kicking outside. We want our bowlers to go into the natural funnels here. So we bring 2 golems for a reason, to target this location down here. And these, down through here is natural funneling. It's perfect. Sets it up for our bowlers to follow down line and take structures out ahead. So the golems are going to go target these archer towers. We're going to drop a few wizards to follow them up and take out structures to the left and right of that. That way we can get our heroes to go in. So my level 20 Barbarian King is down, my Queen is down, and then I have bowlers. Now I'm going to give it a second and let them work and let them take care of structures. Now as you pay attention, that northern portion of the base is cleaned out. The minions are about to get picked off by the air defense, and now I drop my bowlers to get them into the base. There's a little confusion here because structures are going down. Clan castles pulled, poisons are down, and we're going to rage up the bowlers, even though they're a little confused because of the type of base that it is. They don't know where to go. Works out well, though. They get both air defenses. The Barbarian King does shoot down, and I have to use his ability immediately due to his level. He's very weak. Archer Queen's going to, in fact, get rid of this goodness gracious, the Inferno Tower. Now, second portion of the attack. Now, Achilles Achilles raid up next is going to be the same base, but he's going to get a lot more due to his hero level. So this is where the encouragement to upgrade heroes comes into play. But anyways, back to this one. We're going to focus on the second portion of our raid. Why am I bringing in air from the south and not over here in the east? Well, there's a reason why. We got a sweeper here that's going to continue to push our balloons back out of the base, and the other sweeper that is facing the opposite way. So we're obviously going to take the better choice here, come up from the south and bring in our first hound, our second hound to join up with each other, hasting our balloons. Now the problem here is that I do in fact miss an Inferno or a Tesla. Goodness, a Tesla does not in fact go down, and it kind of burns me here. It's still got a little bit of health and it doesn't actually go down. Haste and a freeze spell for that Inferno tower, and then a large group of balloons. I realized I had a rage still in the queue, which works out great because then I can shoot those balloons up into the air defense, then the cannons, and then they'll hit this path. Now I'll drop a haste spell right here for a reason, because the balloons are going to hit this cannon, then they're going to hit this expo. I want to haste them into that expo, get rid of it as soon as possible, and then they're going to shoot up into the cannon here. And this is really just kind of, at this point, experience. You can't plan this stuff no matter how hard you try. Now, this is the part where I start to get a little cringed, because the sweeper didn't go down and I still have a heavy hitting Tesla down there and about 8 to 10 balloons sitting there. So this is where time comes into play, and I'm kind of fingers crossed, hoping for the best. They will be able to progress against the sweeper. They do get into the sweeper, but we lose balloons in the process. Thankfully, for the health that was remaining on this Tesla, the Tesla is unable to take out the rest of the balloons. The balloons are able to do a splash damage drop kill here and take out the Tesla. A little bit of luck there, but that was based off of the damage that was done previous to the raid going up north and then coming back down. So at this point, it's all cleanup. Really just racing the clock here. But the kill squad is what was there in order to get rid of those fundamentally defensive challenging structures that basically hinder an air attack when the expos or not expos, the air defenses are spread out like they were or clumped up like they were in this raid. So we're going to take a look at Achilles' heroes. He has level 30 heroes, and he gets a little bit deeper into the base. I think it's replay 1 if I recall correctly. Yes, so he's going to do the same exact thing that I did, and this is basically a comparison of the two levels of heroes here on what you can get and what you can't based off of the strength and the HP of each of the heroes. Starting out with the baby dragon and the minions, just like before, he has higher level minions than I do. I haven't upgraded mine yet. And then he starts out with his golems, and then he gets his wizards down just like I did. And then also coming in with this archer queen and barbarian king following that. Now take note of the hero levels versus each other. And he also draws the clan castle, poisons her down, and the barbarian king his health isn't going down as quickly as mine was. Rage spell for our bowlers, but the barbarian king does in fact kick up, and he goes into the northern portion of the base. Ability still intact. His archer queen's taken out a lot of structures. There's a little bit of a difference between a level 29 queen and a level 30. Her ability hasn't, her time, the amount of archers she produces, and the amount of health gained back is slightly different than, between the two levels, obviously because she hasn't hit that second level yet. Now, same as before, he comes up from the south, and he actually gets a lot more, and his archer queen's still going. She gets rid of, assists with getting rid of the sweeper, she assists with getting rid of that expo, and she's still alive. So these are the differences between the hero levels, guys. You got to upgrade your heroes. You got to find a farming method that works for you, that doesn't bore you to death, and that assists you with getting the dark elixir in order to upgrade those heroes. You got to pound it out and get it over with in order to be more successful in taking a chance or getting a chance at actually being able to 3-star Town Hall 10s. Take note of these bases. They're trophy bases. They're not the anti 3-star bases that you see in the CWL. Obviously, those bases that you see in the CWL are going to be a lot more challenging than the ones that you see from trophy base pushing that are all over the internet, all over YouTube, and we've seen multiple times. So drop some comments below and let me know if this video helped you out at all. Take note of the overlay up top over there. I am on Twitch now, almost full time. We're about every other day we're streaming now, so I will be doing a lot of in-game stuff, better music on there that I can't show on YouTube and not get copyright struck for. And yeah, be sure to jump on that link up there and follow me over there so you know when I'm going live. Drop some comments below and let me know what you think about this video, and thanks for watching, guys.